What's up guys, this is Dennis with Smythe Fitness. Today's video I'm going to show you how to make a cable machine at home just using some simple hardware supplies and get the hardware store. Now with that said, there are a lot of other videos out there that have kind of come up with some of these ideas. This is kind of the way that I conglomerated all the stuff I've seen online, as well as you can buy these through different companies. Like Spud Inc makes a really good one. There's a few other ones, but honestly, for the price and the cost of it, it's literally 30, 40, 50 bucks depending on how you set it up, if you have a high and a low pulley system. And I'm not that skilled of a guy, and this was no problem for me to come up with. So it's relatively cheap and it's really simple to put together. So I highly recommend just building one yourself. Now with that said, for supplies, all I did went to Home Depot, Rona, a couple other places because I didn't have everything I wanted. Obviously you need to get the wire, okay, the cable system. You can go with like a 1/4 inch, 3/16, 1/8. This one, I believe it's a little bit smaller just because it was all that they had when I went there, except for like the big heavy duty stuff. So I believe this was like 7 and 19 inch, but this has a loading capacity of like 975 pounds. So there's zero reason for me to worry about this. This is definitely going to do the trick. And then these wire clips, you'll see here, those are going to go around, I'll show you later, to clip on the wire, which goes around these eyelets or thimbles or whatever you call it. That will be where obviously the wire goes and connects onto that. And then of course your pulley. So I got pretty heavy duty pulley. This one goes up to 600 pounds. Again, it's going to be more than enough for what I need it for. I'm actually going to be using this. The main reason why I got these is so I can set up a belt squat system, which I'll show you in another video, but that's going to be the trick. You can get one of these. If you're just doing the high pulley system, you just need one. If you want to do a low pulley system, you'll need two, as well as you're going to need two lengths of wire. The other thing is I got some carabiners. Okay, I just got a bunch of these because they come in really handy. I can kind of link things up together as I go along. So with that said, we're going to kind of get into this video, and with a little movie magic, we'll move forwards. And done. All right, so what I did was I put this little thimble eyelet on the end here with those clamps, those wire clamps. Now what I've done is I put 3 on here. You could probably get away with using 1 or 2 depending on how much weight you're going to use, but again, I'm going to be using this probably also for a belt squat system, which I'll show in another video. So I put 3 on here just to make sure that that's good and secure and it's not going to slide off. I recommend, if you're going to get a pulley system, get it with that little cotter pin. If you'll see, this actually pulls out and I can disassemble this if I ever need to change this cable. It makes it really easy to change that cable. But I got one on one end and one on the other. So there's my pulley system. Really, because I made 2, it took me about an hour to do, but really simple. Again, it's just those wire clips here, and then I have a carabiner hooked on just like you would with a regular cable system. Now, how do you attach it? So all I've done is I've taken a larger carabiner and put it through here. And you can use really anything, right? Like there's different ways you can attach it. Again, you're gonna need for this type of a setup, especially if you're just doing the high pulley, you're gonna need at least some sort of a pull-up bar or something to attach it to. In this case, what I'm using is just a door anchor that we'd use for resistance bands or a suspension trainer. Again, you can get like heavy duty stuff like this from the hardware store, no problem. But all I've done is I've hooked it to that carabiner here, and then all you do is you loop it in around itself here over your bar, okay? Here, and then you pull your cable through that loop, okay? And as you'll see, now it's attached. There's your cable system. You put your attachment up here and then your weight at the bottom, and now you have your cable system. Like I said, I've got 2 set up, which I'll show you later here for the bottom pulley system. If you want that, you create 2, right, and put them together. So that's that setup. Really simple, guys, right? Now, if you're looking for a way to load it up, there's lots of ways you can load it up. You can use a dumbbell, you could use kettlebells, whatever you want. But one of the best ways too is just to use some sort of a device like a weight loader that you can just put your plates on top of. And again, you can do this simply just by going to a hardware store. For 12, 13 bucks, you can make this if you have weight plates at home and you want to use weight plates instead of dumbbells, or you could even attach I guess like some sandbags or rice or potatoes, whatever you want. But this is a very, very simple way to make one at home. So again, 12 or 13 bucks. You're just going to get a floor flange. You get in the plumbing section, a big pipe here. I've got this is an inch. And then what you're going to do, I've seen people do these before, make these in different ways. The way I've decided to do it, because I don't have a drill press, you put this cap on here, right? And then normally this cap is capped off, and then you drill into it, and then that's where you would put on your carabiner clip. But instead, because I don't have a drill press, what I've done is just got this little adapter. It goes from, I think it's a 1/4 inch to an inch here. So, and then I've just got this little eyelet, one of these kind of style eyelets where it hooks on. So all I have to do is I just take it, sorry, I can't do it that way. I'm going to unscrew this here, this way, you'll see, just to make it a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. So I unscrew that, okay. Now I'm just going to stick it in there, screw it in, okay. Now for the purposes of this, I won't screw it all the way down, but obviously you're going to screw that thing all the way in, and now you got your link. So now I just take that pipe, put it in here, screw it on like so. Now I got my attachment where my carabiner will go. Then I take my floor flange, put it on the other end, okay, screw that down, and now you have your weight pin. So easy way to make one of these weight pins, and then you just put your plates on top of there. You just take your carabiner, I don't have one here. Here we go. Take your carabiner, lock that on like that, and now you got your weight pin. You'll put your weights on there. So that $12, $13, again, another simple, easy one to make if you want to use your weight plates at home, but you can use anything or really anything you want that you can attach to this. And then you just get your attachment, whether it's a rope or a lap pull down or whatever it is, and then you can go from there. So to make the opposite, I'll show you how to do that, like to make the low cable, but this is a really easy setup for that high cable system. And again, even with this included, I mean, 40, 50 bucks maybe. It'll take you 45 minutes to an hour to put together. So really simple. So again, with a little bit of movie magic here, we'll go ahead and we'll see how this thing works. All right, so now it's all set up. So just give you a quick demonstration to show you it actually works. So I would normally hang it up a little bit higher, but because I'm using a high-low pulley, I'm going to use both. So you'll see here, I got another one. I got one attached up top, another one attached below. So obviously from the high one here, right, I have my weight hooked up. Now I can go into my tricep extensions if I wanted. Again, if it was a little bit higher, I could put on a lap bar, do my lap pull downs, okay. So if I want to do that high-low, all I do is I create another one. I put it to a low anchored point here, same setup, attached up top, attached below, okay. So now here, a low position, I can go into something like a back row, okay, here. So really, really nice setup, works beautiful. Really simple to put together. Again, I'll show you in another video how I'm going to use this for a belt squat. So there's a ton of stuff you can do with it, very cheap and nothing to it to put together. So really good tool. I'm glad the way it turned out, and hopefully you guys can benefit from this and put one together for yourselves. And it's a good addition to add to your home gym. So hope that helps out, guys.